expand your world and realize every challenge that's ever been brought to me has made me more. I've become more so I can serve more, so I can enjoy more. That's why we're here in this life, to bring more good, more great, to bring insight, to bring strength, to bring action. That's why we're here.
Welcome to the Tony Robbins Podcast. You're listening to an episode that's part of a special season on contribution, Force for Good. We're exploring the 10 gifts of life: emotion, drive, growth, joy, gratitude, connection, consciousness, grace, presence, and forgiveness. You'll hear Tony explain each gift and hear stories of true heroes that illustrate how they show up in real life. We hope you enjoy this episode on the power of presence.
Olivia is 13. She has been diagnosed on the autism spectrum, autism level 1, which used to be called Asperger's. She's wired a little differently than me or the rest of us. By the way, aren't we all wired a little differently? She has that classification, which sometimes is helpful, sometimes it's not. But she's a really special kid. She is passionate about art. She is kind. She's generous. She says please and thank you. She is figuring out her way in the world as a teenage girl. She is quite into LGBTQ plus issues and social justice and activism, and she's brilliant. Mia is 11 and has type 1 diabetes. She was diagnosed when she was 9 a couple of years ago, and we have been managing that. She is a wizard with managing her health, and actually in many ways has caused me to just step up and eat differently and think about what I put in my body. I think she's raised the game for all of us in our family to think about how we perceive health. She loves theater. She has a beautiful voice. She has a kind heart. She cares about animals and endangered species, and she's my little pearl.
That's Ken Allen talking about his 2 daughters, Olivia and Mia. Ken is the founder of Seaport Capital Partners, a financial and strategic advisory firm that he started just 1 year ago after being laid off from his job after 20 years on Wall Street. Ken bounced back, but not after a period of struggle, as he realized how much of himself he had not given to his family all those years, how checked out he'd been. He was there, but he wasn't really there. In other words, he wasn't present. Let's hear from Tony on how important it is to be present for your loved ones.
Happy holidays. Welcome back for another week here, looking at the powers and gifts we have that we can activate to have an even greater holiday, and more importantly, every day of our life, a greater quality of life. Today, I want to talk to you about a power, a gift that you can give your family here for the holidays. You can give your friends, you can give it your coworkers. It'll cost you nothing, and it has tremendous impact. The power of presence. What is presence? Well, first of all, there's nothing more powerful than a human soul rooted in the present moment at hand, free from the past or the future. Somebody who's wholeheartedly attentive to you right now. They're with you, experiencing life with you. So much of our stress comes because we're always anticipating something in the future or remembering something from the past. And so many people they don't live in the present moment. We've all heard the power of now. Some great authors have written about this. Ram Dass talked about be here now, 50 years ago. But really what most of us don't understand is if we're not teaching ourselves to be present, the stresses and technology of our world is constantly triggering us to leave the only reality that is this moment right here and right now. It's the only thing that's real. Anything else is something you've made up about the future, or it's a memory. And even your memories often are tainted. Daniel Kahneman, who's just a genius in this area, talked about these 2 parts of our brain, the remembering self and the experiencing self. So often in life, we go have an experience. Let's say you're at a concert and this magical concert is going on. And then in the middle of the most beautiful part of the song, somebody drops something. There's a crash, there's a bang, something's off. And people go, oh my God, it ruined everything. No, the experience in the moment was uncomfortable. But if you really stay with it, all of a sudden the music's back if you stay present. The joy is back. Everything is back in a moment. The only thing keeping you from that is the memory of what happened a few moments ago and living in the memory of the past. It's not even the whole past. It's just a moment. If you want to give yourself a gift, learn how to come back to this moment. Learn how to experience life instead of remembering it. So often when we remember things, we remember that moment of the crash and we forget the hour-and-a-half concert that was magnificent because, again, that 2 million-year-old brain is always looking for what's wrong, what we need to fight or flight or try to freeze from. But you don't need to be in survival this holiday season. You don't need to be survival in your life. We're further than that. Let's see if we can't just experience more of the here and now just by training ourselves to bring our attention to this moment and especially bring our attention to those we love and to what is beautiful in this life. What do we experience? We don't experience life. We experience our perception of life. And when our perception is based on some memory of the past that's tainted or some projection of the future, we're not experiencing life at all. We're experiencing our mind. Remember, the mind's never going to make you happy. Your mind's great. I use my mind to achieve things, make things happen. It's a good strategist, but it'll never even allow you to enjoy an apple because your mind will go, is it organic? Where did it come from? If you want more joy, bring your attention to this moment right now and look for what is beautiful. If you want more connection with the people you love most, bring them your presence. That means calm and connected. That's really what it means. Women often say, well, but my man would never be present. I remember I used to say with my wife, I am present. I'm right here, right now with you, focusing on it. But I wasn't calm. I might have been connected, but I wasn't calm. Why not just slow back down and look in the eyes of those you love and experience them fresh right now in this moment, because they're different in this moment than they were an hour ago, than they were 3 years ago. Too often in life, we're not present. We're looking at our partner or our love or our friends or our coworkers or whomever, and we're putting the stickies of what judgments we've made in the past, and we're not present with who they are right now. One of the things in our culture today is people looking back 10, 20, 30, 40 years and saying, someone did something. I hope they've grown by now, but no one even bothers to look in the present and say, what are they like today? That's what matters, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I'm a better man today. I work at it. I'm sure you are too. Let's keep growing, but we can't experience people's growth. We can't appreciate people. We can't love people as long as we're living in where they were 5 minutes ago or 5 years ago. Presence is the ultimate gift you can give to yourself and those you love. So this holiday season, forget about the past. Stop obsessing about the future. Take a moment and have a moment with yourself, with your partner, with your family, with your parents, with your kids, with your loved ones. Be here now. Choose right now today to find the beauty in this moment and to fill up with a fresh experience of life and of this day. Make this holiday season what it's supposed to be, a chance to connect. Hard to connect when we're in our heads, easy to connect when we're right here now, breathing deeply, looking in the eyes and feeling the light and the love and the joy of life and those around us. And to remember, it's all a gift. As long as we're alive, it's a gift.